Welcome to Crafty Crochet Castle. I have the perfect last minute Christmas gift tags or ornaments just for you. In this video, I'm going to show you the pattern to crochet this gingerbread photo ornament. This is a simple and beginner friendly crochet pattern. I'm going to crochet the head and the body separately and finally attach them together. To crochet this gingerbread photo ornament, I'm using yarn in two colors. This is Red Heart Super Saver worsted weight yarn. I'm using a 4mm crochet hook, scissors and a blunt tip needle. Stitch markers is optional. The details are in the description below. First, let us work on the front side of the head of the gingerbread man. So I'm taking my brown color yarn. I'll start off with a slip knot. And I will do chain 15. To do a chain, I'll yarn over and I'll pull through this loop. Here I have my first chain. In this manner, I'm going to do 14 more chains, so we'll have a total of 15 chains. Now I'm going to slip stitch on the first chain to form a ring. While doing this, make sure not to twist the chain. So now we have formed a ring. This ring is going to act as the photo frame for the head of the gingerbread man. Now let's start working on row 2. For row 2, I'll start off with chain 2 and I'll do 24 double crochets in this ring. To do a double crochet, I'll yarn over, insert my hook through this loop, yarn over and pull through. Now I'll have a total of 3 loops on my hook. I'll yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Now I'll have 2 loops remaining on my hook. I'll yarn over and pull through both the loops. There I have done my first double crochet. In the same manner, I'll be doing 23 more double crochets in this ring. After completing 24 double crochets, I'm going to join at the top of this chain to using a slip stitch to complete my row 2, and we have finished the front side of the head of the gingerbread man. Now I'm going to finish off over here, leaving a long tail. Sometimes you may have some extra space in between this. So because we worked on the ring, it's easy to adjust our double crochets. So adjust them according to your preference. Now let's work on the back side of the head of the gingerbread man. For the back side of the head, I'm taking my same brown color yarn and I'll start off with a magic circle. Now I'll do chain 1 and I'll do 12 double crochets into this ring. This would be my row 1. Now I'm going to pull this tail to close off this ring and I will join at the top of the chain 1 using a slip stitch. Now we have completed row 1 of the back side of the ornament. Now let's start working on row 2. For row 2, I'll start off with a chain 2 and I will be doing 2 double crochets in every stitch. I'm not going to consider this chain 2 as a double crochet, so I'll be working 2 double crochet on the very first stitch as well. Now I'll be working 2 double crochets in all of the remaining stitches, and this row will have a total of 24 double crochet. After completing 24 double crochets, I'll join at the top of this chain 2 using a slip stitch to finish my row 2. Now let's work on the loop. So I'm going to begin working on the same place where I did slip stitch. I will do chain 10 and I will skip a stitch in my round and I will do a slip stitch on the next stitch. Now I'm going to finish off over here leaving a long tail. I'm going to use this tail to sew the front side and back side of the head together, so make sure the tail is long enough. So now we have finished the back side of the head. To assemble the head, I've threaded this long tail in a blunt tip needle and I'm going to position the front side and the back side together. I'm going to place both the wrong sides together and begin sewing this up. While sewing it up, I'm going to use only the back loops of both the sides. And I'm going to sew this all the way across, leaving a small opening so that we can insert and remove our photos. Now I have completed sewing up the front side and the back side together, and I've left a tiny opening so that we can insert and remove our photos easily. Now I'm going to weave in this tail and the tail inside the back side of the ornament. So now I have finished the head of the gingerbread man. Now let's work on the body of the gingerbread man. For body, I'm going to use the first 2 rows, the same pattern as the back side of the head of the gingerbread man. So this is my row 1 and row 2. Row 1 has 12 double crochet and a magic circle, and row 2 has chain 2 and a 24 double crochet, and I've joined this using a slip stitch. So now let's start working on the hands and legs of the gingerbread man. So I'm going to start in the same place where I did a slip stitch. I'm going to do chain 7. This is my hand of the gingerbread man. So now on the 3rd chain from the hook, this is my 1st, 2nd and 3rd chain from the hook, I'm going to do a double crochet. And I will do double crochet in each of the remaining stitches over here. So we'll have 4 more chains and I will do 4 more double crochets for this hand. So now we have done our first hand of the gingerbread man. To attach it in this round, I'm going to skip the next stitch. This is the stitch where we did our slip stitch. So I'm going to skip the next stitch and I'm going to do a slip stitch on the next stitch. So there we have attached the hand of the gingerbread man. Now I'm going to do slip stitch in the next 4 stitches. And it is in this stitch I'll be working one of the leg of the gingerbread man. So I'm going to do chain 8. And here I'll be working on triple crochets. I'll do a triple crochet on the 4th chain from the hook. This is 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is my 4th chain from the hook. Here I'll be doing triple crochet. To do a triple crochet, I'll yarn over 2 times. I'll insert my hook in this stitch, yarn over and pull through. Now I'll have 4 loops on my hook. I'll yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. Now I'll have 3 loops remaining on my hook. I'll yarn over again and pull through 2 loops. Now I'll have 2 loops remaining. I'll yarn over and pull through both the loops. This is my triple crochet. I'll be working 4 more triple crochet in this chain. So now we would have done a total of 5 triple crochet in this ring. So now to join it in this round, I'm going to leave the first stitch where we did the slip stitch and I'm going to skip the next 2 stitches, 1, 2, and I'll do a slip stitch on the 3rd stitch. So there we have finished one leg of the gingerbread man. Now I'll be working the second leg in the same place where I did the slip stitch to attach this leg. So I'll start off with chain 8. I'll do a triple crochet on the first chain from the hook and 1 triple crochet in each of the remaining 4 chains. There I have completed my second leg. This leg also has a total of 5 triple crochet. Now to attach this leg onto the round, I'm going to skip the next 2 stitches and I'm going to slip stitch on the third stitch. So there we have completed 2 legs and 1 hand of the gingerbread man. Now I'll be slip stitching the next 4 stitches and begin working on the hand on this 4th stitch. So I will do chain 7. I'll do a double crochet on the 3rd chain from the hook and double crochet in each of the remaining stitches. I'll have a total of 5 double crochet in this hand. And I will skip a stitch in this round and I will slip stitch in the next one to attach the hand. So now I have completed the body of the gingerbread man. I'm going to leave in a very long tail over here and finish it off. So now make sure to crochet one more portion in the same pattern. Now let us assemble the body of the gingerbread man. So I have 2 pieces of the body in the same pattern. Before sewing these 2 up together, let us sew on the patterns on the leg and hand of the gingerbread man. So I'm taking my white yarn and I'm threading it in a blunt tip needle and I'm going to begin attaching the buttons. Now I'll be sewing up patterns on the leg and hands of the gingerbread man. So now I have finished sewing up the patterns on the hands and legs of the gingerbread man. Next it's time to assemble the 2 pieces together. So I'm taking the body pieces and I'm going to place both the wrong sides together and begin sewing them up. For sewing them up, as usual, I'm going to take only the back loops of both the pieces and I'm going to sew them across. I'm going to do this for the entire gingerbread man. Now I have completed sewing up the body of the gingerbread man. A finished piece looks like this. Now it's time for the final assembly. So I'm going to take my head and I'm going to place it on top of the gingerbread man and sew this up together. Make sure the loop is on the top. Now I have attached both the head and the body together and completed my gingerbread man. I have weaved in all the ends. So now I'm taking a photo roughly about 5 centimeter or 2 inches in diameter and I'm gonna insert it over here. Now I have completed my gingerbread man photo ornament. You can use this as a gift tag as well. I hope you'd crochet this along with me. Please show your support by subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching.